Hey guys, back with another video. This is Macro Investor here. So today I wanted to do something a little bit different. I wanted to talk about one of my favorite altcoin picks. I figure I'll do this while the NFT market is taking a long breather here. Yeah, if you guys don't like this, you guys could let me know and I'll try to just stick to NFTs. But if you do like it, then leave a like and subscribe and let me know you like the crypto content as well as the NFT content. So today I'm talking about Thorchain. I'm just going to give a brief overview of why I'm so bullish on it. First of all, it's my third largest crypto pick. Number one, I think, is Solana. Number two is Luna. And number three is Thorchain. The only reason why it's not higher is because I think there is a lot of risk for Thorchain. In the very short term, my biggest concern is them getting hacked again, because a few months ago they were hacked, and they basically had to shut down their exchange for a while. They finally just brought back on every chain, so it's finally back fully functioning. So that's the number one risk in the short term, at least. And the second risk, I think, is regulation. We already know that regulators are kind of targeting some of the DEXs a little bit. So there's definitely some FUD around there. And yeah, we don't know what the end result is going to be as far as regulation on decentralized exchanges. So probably should have said this first, but that's basically what Thorchain is that it is a decentralized exchange. That's its main function. And the native token for Thorchain is Rune. So I'm just going to give basically the two major reasons why I'm really bullish on Thorchain. Number one, because it is the only cross-chain decentralized exchange that includes Bitcoin as one of the cryptos that you can exchange in a decentralized manner. So there are some other decentralized exchanges that are somewhat cross-chain. Most of them are in the Cosmos ecosystem, but these are pretty limited. I believe they only work with other Tendermint cryptos. So basically other cryptos that were built using basically using the Tendermint ecosystem, which that's a pretty limited set of cryptos. So Thorchain is not limited like that. So it has Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin. Really, they can add any crypto that they want. And as far as I can tell right now, there's no other major competitors. Nobody else is trying to build a decentralized exchange that has Bitcoin as one of the cryptos. And I think part of the reason is because it's a complicated thing to build, and that's partly why it was hacked. Apparently, the amount of lines of code for Thorchain is way more than any other DEX. Like I think at least like 10 times more, probably more. I think it might be more like 100 times more lines of code than other decentralized exchanges. So with that, there's some risks. So that's the first reason why I'm bullish on Thorchain, is because it's the only cross-chain DEX that includes Bitcoin as well as some of these other coins, Ethereum. All right, so the number two reason, which a lot of people overlook, is the tokenomics of Rune, the native token for Thorchain. Now, unlike other decentralized exchanges where there's lots of different pairings of liquidity pools, every single asset that is featured on Thorchain has to be paired with Rune. So already what that means is that for every dollar amount of asset that exists on Thorchain, there has to be an equal amount of Rune. So just with that feature alone, that means that however much assets that are on Thorchain, that Thorchain's market cap has to be at least that high. So say there's, I don't know, say there's $1 billion worth of assets that are on Thorchain that you can trade. That means there also has to be $1 billion worth of Thorchain to pair in the liquidity pool. Now, on top of that, to make the tokenomics even crazier, is that the node operators, I believe they have to have, in total, the node operators have about 2x the total amount of rune that exists on the decentralized exchange. Now, it's been a while since I've read into this, but I think part of that is to make it so that they don't steal the Thorchain that's on the decentralized exchange, because they have a system in place where it would basically damage the node operators more if they tried to do something, if they tried to be a bad actor basically and steal some of the funds. It would actually hurt them more. But so yeah, so in total the node operators have twice as much rune as is on the DEX. So what this means is that if you add together all the funds of the different cryptos that are on the Thorchain DEX, the amount of rune just based on the liquidity pools and the node operators is 3 times the amount of the total cryptos that are on Thorchain. So if there's $1 billion worth of cryptos on Thorchain, then just the liquidity providers and the node operators have 3 times $1 billion. So they would have 3 billion rune alone. So that basically means that there's a hard floor for the market cap of rune that's 3 times the amount of assets that are available to trade on Thorchain. So hopefully I'm making some sense, but basically the tokenomics are crazy. If Thorchain takes off and, say there's $50 billion of liquidity on Thorchain, that would mean that there's a hard floor of $150 billion for the rune market cap. If you guys don't really like how I'm explaining this, you could go check out Contrarian Dude's channel. That's Contrarian Dude. Check out his channel. He has an hour-long video basically explaining the tokenomics of Thorchain. I think it's a really good video. So if you're not fully grasping what I'm trying to explain here, then I would recommend you check that out. But so those are the 2 main reasons. Basically the tokenomics and the fact that there's no other competitors for this type of cross-chain decentralized exchange. And on top of all of that, the market cap right now for rune is only somewhere between $3 and $4 billion. So there's a huge amount of upside, in my opinion. I'm super bullish. There is some major risks. Obviously, this isn't financial advice. This is just what I'm doing. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. See you next video.